The flickering fluorescent lights of the supermarket hummed above me, casting an eerie green glow on the neatly stacked aisles. I stood there, frozen, clutching a jar of mayonnaise, utterly bewildered by the absurdity of it all. Why mayonnaise? Why this brightly lit purgatory of processed food and plastic packaging? Why was I, a sentient being capable of contemplating the vastness of the universe, stuck here comparing brands of salad dressing? It was at that moment, amidst the humdrum banality of grocery shopping, that the question hit me with the force of a runaway shopping cart. What is the point of all this? We humans, with our complex brains and insatiable curiosity, have been grappling with this question for millennia. Philosophers have pondered it, poets have written odes to it, and countless souls have lost sleep over it. What is the meaning of life? Is there some grand cosmic purpose, a preordained path we're all meant to follow? Or are we just biological accidents, adrift in a meaningless universe, our existence as fleeting and inconsequential as a mayfly's dance? Join me as we embark on a journey to explore this age-old question, a quest to unravel the enigma of our existence. We'll navigate the labyrinth of philosophical thought, traverse the landscapes of human experience, and confront the uncomfortable truths that lurk in the shadows of our understanding. It won't be easy, and there may be more questions than answers, but the pursuit of meaning is perhaps the most human endeavor of all. 1. The quest for meaning. Imagine a grand library, its shelves overflowing with ancient scrolls and dusty tomes. Each book represents a different attempt to answer the meaning of life question penned by thinkers across the ages. Some are beautifully ornate, promising profound revelations. Others are stark and minimalist, reflecting a bleaker outlook. Our first stop is the nihilism section. Here, the books are bound in somber gray, their pages filled with pronouncements of ultimate meaninglessness. Life, according to the nihilists, is a cosmic accident, a fleeting spark in the vast emptiness of the universe. There is no inherent purpose, no grand design, no ultimate reward or punishment. We are born, we live, we die, and then nothing. It's a stark perspective, one that can leave you feeling like a tiny speck of dust adrift in an infinite void. Next, we wander into the existentialism aisle. The books here are bound in vibrant colors, their pages filled with passionate arguments for radical freedom and individual responsibility. Existentialists believe that existence precedes essence. We are born into a world without inherent meaning, and it is up to us to create our own. We are free to define ourselves through our choices and actions, to forge our own paths and leave our mark on the world. It's a liberating perspective, but also a daunting one, as it places the full weight of responsibility for our lives squarely on our own shoulders. Further down, we find the absurdist collection. These books are bound in a chaotic mix of patterns and textures, their pages filled with paradoxical statements and darkly humorous anecdotes. Absurdists, like Albert Camus, recognize the inherent conflict between our human desire for meaning and the apparent meaninglessness of the universe. They embrace this absurdity, encouraging us to rebel against the futile search for meaning and instead find joy in the present moment, in the simple act of living. Finally, we stumble upon a hidden alcove dedicated to optimistic nihilism. The books here are surprisingly cheerful, their pages filled with empowering messages of freedom and opportunity. Like traditional nihilists, they acknowledge the lack of inherent meaning in the universe. However, they see this as a source of liberation, not despair. If nothing truly matters, then we are free to create our own values, pursue our own passions, and live life to the fullest, unburdened by the weight of cosmic expectations. So, which perspective resonates with you most? Do you find solace in the stark honesty of nihilism, the empowering freedom of existentialism, the playful defiance of absurdism, or the liberating optimism of optimistic nihilism? 2. Meaning through purpose. All right, let's move on from the grand library of philosophical thought and step out into the bustling city of human experience. Here, amidst the cacophony of daily life, we encounter a different perspective on the meaning of life, the pursuit of purpose. Imagine a young woman, her eyes sparkling with passion as she conducts an orchestra, her every movement imbued with a sense of purpose. Or picture a doctor, their brow furrowed in concentration as they perform a life-saving surgery, driven by a deep sense of mission. These individuals, and countless others like them, have found meaning not in abstract philosophical concepts, but in the concrete actions of their lives. But what exactly is purpose? It's often described as a feeling of direction, since that your life has significance and value. It can be found in a variety of endeavors, from grand ambitions to everyday activities. Some find purpose in their careers, dedicating themselves to a profession that aligns with their values and makes a positive impact on the world. Others find it in their hobbies, pouring their heart and soul into creative pursuits or athletic challenges. And still others find it in their relationships, nurturing deep connections with loved ones and contributing to their well-being. Psychologists often distinguish between two types of motivation: intrinsic and extrinsic. Intrinsic motivation comes from within, driven by a genuine interest or enjoyment in the activity itself. Extrinsic motivation, on the other hand, comes from external factors such as rewards, recognition, or the avoidance of punishment. While both can contribute to a sense of purpose, intrinsic motivation is often seen as more sustainable and fulfilling. When you're driven by a deep passion for what you do, the pursuit itself becomes the reward. Think about the things that make you feel truly alive, the activities that make time fly by unnoticed. Are you drawn to creative expression, scientific inquiry, social activism, or something else entirely? Perhaps you find fulfillment in helping others, solving problems, or pushing your own limits. These passions, these inner drives, can be powerful sources of purpose, guiding your actions and shaping your life's trajectory. Now it's your turn. What gives your life a sense of purpose? What activities make you feel most fulfilled? Share your thoughts in the comments. Let's inspire each other on this journey of meaning-making. 3. The role of happiness. Let's shift gears a bit and venture into a realm that's often intertwined with the pursuit of meaning, the realm of happiness. Now, before you conjure up images of grinning emojis and blissful beach vacations, let's acknowledge that happiness is a complex and multifaceted concept, one that has been debated and dissected by philosophers and psychologists for centuries. Imagine two individuals, one who spends their days lounging on a tropical beach, sipping cocktails and soaking up the sun, seemingly carefree and content. The other dedicates their life to a challenging but fulfilling cause, perhaps working tirelessly to combat poverty or protect the environment. Who is truly happier? Is it the one experiencing constant pleasure and relaxation, or the one striving towards a greater purpose, even if it involves hardship and sacrifice? The relationship between happiness and meaning is a complex one, often resembling a dance rather than a straightforward equation. Some philosophers argue that happiness is the ultimate goal, the very essence of a meaningful life. They believe that we should strive to maximize our pleasure and minimize our pain, seeking out experiences that bring us joy and fulfillment. Others, however, see happiness as a byproduct of a meaningful life, a natural consequence of pursuing our passions, contributing to something greater than ourselves, and living in accordance with our values. But what exactly is happiness? Is it a fleeting emotion, a momentary surge of pleasure? Or is it a deeper state of well-being, a sense of contentment and satisfaction with one's life? Positive psychologists have identified various types of happiness, each with its own unique flavor. Hedonic happiness. This is the type of happiness we often associate with pleasure and enjoyment, derived from experiences like indulging in delicious food, listening to our favorite music, or spending time with loved ones. Eudaimonic happiness. This type of happiness goes beyond pleasure, encompassing a sense of purpose, meaning, and self-actualization. It's the feeling of living a life that aligns with your values and allows you to flourish as a human being. Flow state. This is a state of complete absorption in an activity where you lose track of time and feel energized and fulfilled. It's often experienced by artists, athletes, and anyone who engages in activities that challenge them and allow them to use their skills to their fullest potential. So, where does happiness fit into the grand puzzle of life's meaning? Is it the ultimate destination, the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow? Or is it a companion on the journey, a welcome guest that appears when we're living authentically and pursuing our passions? Perhaps it's a bit of both. 4. Meeting through connection. Imagine a world where you existed in complete isolation, devoid of any meaningful interactions with others. No shared laughter, no comforting embraces, no deep conversations that leave you feeling seen and understood. A bleak picture, isn't it? We humans are social creatures, wired for connection and belonging. From the moment we're born, we crave the warmth of human touch, the reassurance of a loving gaze, the comfort of knowing we're not alone in this world. Throughout our lives, our relationships shape our identities, provide us with support and guidance, and enrich our experiences in countless ways. Love, in its various forms, is perhaps the most powerful force that binds us together. Romantic love, with its intoxicating blend of passion and intimacy, can make us feel like we're walking on air. Familial love, with its deep roots and unconditional acceptance, provides a sense of belonging and security. And platonic love, with its shared interests and mutual support, enriches our lives with laughter and companionship. But connection goes beyond just love. It's also about compassion, the ability to understand and share the feelings of others, to offer a helping hand or a listening ear when needed. It's about empathy, The capacity to step into someone else's shoes and see the world from their perspective, to feel their joys and sorrows as our own. Studies have shown time and again that strong social connections are essential for our well-being. People with close relationships tend to live longer, healthier, and happier lives. They're more resilient in the face of stress, more likely to recover from illness, and less prone to depression and anxiety. On the other hand, social isolation and loneliness can have detrimental effects on our physical and mental health, increasing the risk of various ailments and diminishing our overall quality of life. Think about the people in your life who truly matter, the ones who make you feel seen, heard, and valued. Are there relationships you'd like to nurture more deeply? Connections you'd like to strengthen? Perhaps there are people you've lost touch with, or new connections waiting to be made. 5. Creating your own meaning. We've journeyed through the realms of philosophy, purpose, happiness, and connection, exploring the myriad ways humans have sought to answer the age-old question of life's meaning. But now, it's time to bring it all home, to shift from grand theories and external forces to the very core of your being. Imagine yourself as an artist standing before a blank canvas, a sculptor facing a block of uncarved marble, a writer staring at an empty page. The potential is there, the raw materials await, but it's up to you to shape them, to mold them into something meaningful and unique. This is the essence of creating your own meaning, taking ownership of your life, defining your values, and actively shaping your existence in alignment with those values. It's about recognizing that while the universe may not have a preordained plan for you, you have the power to create your own. This process begins with introspection, with delving into the depths of your own being to uncover what truly matters to you. What are your core values, the guiding principles that shape your decisions and actions? Is it kindness, creativity, justice, growth, or something else entirely? Once you have a clear understanding of your values, you can start setting meaningful goals that reflect those values, goals that give you a sense of direction and purpose. Perhaps you value creativity and want to express yourself through art, music, or writing. Maybe you value knowledge and want to pursue higher education or dedicate yourself to lifelong learning. Or perhaps you value service and want to make a positive impact on your community or the world at large. The beauty of creating your own meaning is that there's no right or wrong answer. It's a deeply personal journey, one that requires self-reflection, courage, and a willingness to embrace the unknown. It's about taking responsibility for your own happiness and fulfillment, rather than relying on external factors to provide them. 6. Embracing the unknown. We've talked about creating your own meaning, about setting goals and pursuing your passions. But let's be honest, life rarely follows a neat and predictable path. Imagine setting off on a journey with a detailed map and a meticulously planned itinerary, only to encounter unexpected detours, sudden storms, and breathtaking vistas that weren't even on the map. That's life, isn't it? A wild, unpredictable ride, full of twists and turns, surprises, and setbacks. The truth is, no matter how carefully we plan, no matter how tightly we grip the reins, there will always be elements of life that remain beyond our control. We can't predict the future, we can't prevent every misfortune, and we can't always avoid the curveballs that life throws our way. This inherent uncertainty can be unsettling, even terrifying at times. It can tempt us to cling to the familiar, to resist change, to seek a false sense of security in the known. But what if, instead of fearing the unknown, we embraced it? What if we saw it not as a threat, but as an opportunity for growth, for adventure, for discovering new facets of ourselves and the world around us? This is where acceptance comes in. Acceptance isn't about giving up or resigning ourselves to fate. It's about acknowledging the reality of our situation, embracing the present moment, and choosing to move forward with courage and openness, even when the path ahead is unclear. Think of a tightrope walker gracefully balancing on a high wire. They can't control the wind, they can't prevent the rope from swaying, but they can adapt, they can adjust, they can maintain their focus and find their balance amidst the uncertainty. Living in the present moment is another key to navigating the unknown. It's easy to get caught up in worries about the future or regrets about the past, but the only moment we truly have control over is the now. By focusing our attention on the present, we can fully experience the richness of life, appreciate the small joys, and cultivate a sense of gratitude for all that we have. And there you have it, folks. We've explored the labyrinth of life's meaning together, traversing philosophical landscapes, delving into the depths of human experience, and confronting the uncertainties that lie ahead. But this is just the beginning. The quest for meaning is an ongoing journey, a lifelong adventure filled with discovery, growth, and endless possibilities. So, what will you do with this newfound understanding? How will you shape your own meaning, embrace the unknown, and live a life that truly resonates with your soul? If this journey has sparked something within you, if it's left you pondering the big questions and yearning for more, I invite you to join the conversation. Hit that like button if you found this exploration insightful, subscribe to the channel for more thought-provoking content, and share this video with anyone who might be grappling with their own search for meaning.